Write the first four terms of each sequence. Assume n starts at 1. For number 1, a sub n is equal to n. So let n is equal to 1. So we have a sub 1 is equal to 1. Next is let n is equal to 2. So we have a sub 2 is equal to 2. Then let n is equal to 3. So we have a sub 3 is equal to 3. Then let n is equal to 4. So we have a sub 4 is equal to 4. Therefore, the first four terms of the sequence are 1, 2, 3, and 4. Number 2, we have a sub n is equal to n over n plus 1. So let n is equal to 1. So we have a sub 1 is equal to 1 over 1 plus 1. So a sub 1 is equal to 1 over 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Therefore, a sub 1 is equal to 1/2. Next, let n is equal to 2. So we have a sub 2 is equal to 2 over 2 plus 1. So a sub 2 is equal to 2 over 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. Therefore, a sub 2 is equal to 2/3. Next, let n is equal to 3. So we have a sub 3 is equal to 3 over 3 plus 1. So a sub 3 is equal to 3 over 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. So a sub 3 is equal to 3/4. Then, next, let n is equal to 4. So a sub 4 is equal to 4 over 4 plus 1. And a sub 4 is equal to 4 over 5 or 4/5. Therefore, the first four terms of the sequence are 1/2, 2/3, 3/4, and 4/5. Number 3, a sub n is equal to the quantity of -1 raised to the power of n plus 1 times n squared. So let n is equal to 1. So we have a sub 1 is equal to -1 raised to the power of 1 plus 1 times 1 squared. So a sub 1 is equal to -1. So 1 plus 1, that is 2. Then 1 squared, that is equal to 1. Then a sub 1 is equal to, the square of -1 is +1. So +1 times 1, that is also equal to 1. Next, let n is equal to 2. So we have a sub 2 is equal to the quantity of 1 raised to the power of 2 plus 1 times 2 squared. So a sub 2 is equal to quantity of -1. So 2 plus 1, that is 3. Then 2 squared, or that is 2 times 2, we have 4. So a sub 2 is equal to, so -1 raised to the power of 3, that is equal to -1 times 4. So a sub 2 is equal to negative 1 times positive 4, that is equal to negative 4. Let n is equal to 3. We have a sub 3 is equal to negative 1 raised to the power of 3 plus 1 times 3 squared. So a sub 3 is equal to negative 1, 3 plus 1, that is equal to 4, times the square of 3 is 9. So a sub 3 is equal to the quantity of negative 1 raised to the power of 4 is, that is positive 1, times 9. Then a sub 3 is equal to 1 times 9, that is equal to 9. Let n is equal to 4. A sub 4 is equal to quantity negative 1 raised to the power of 4 plus 1 times 4 squared. So a sub 4 is equal to a negative 1 raised to the power of 4 plus 1, that is 5. Then 4 squared is 16. So a sub 4 is equal to the quantity of negative 1 raised to the power of 5, that is equal to negative 1. So 1 times negative 1 times 16, that is equal to negative 16. Therefore, the first 4 terms of the sequence are 1, negative 4, 9, and negative 16. Number 4, a sub n is equal to n times the quantity of n plus 1 all over 2. So let n is equal to 1. So we have a sub 1 is equal to, so n is 1, so we have 1 times quantity of 1 plus 1 all over 2. So a sub 1 is equal to 1 times 1 plus 1, that is 2, all over 2. Then divide 2 divided by 2, that is equal to 1, times 1, so the answer is 1. Then let n is equal to 2. So we have a sub 2 is equal to 2 times 2 plus 1 all over 2. So a sub 2 is equal to 2 times 2 plus 1, that is equal to 3 all over 2. Then divide 2 divided by 2, that is equal to 1, times 3, so that is equal to 3. A sub 2 is equal to 3. Let n is equal to 3. So we have a sub 3 is equal to 3 times 3 plus 1 all over 2. Then a sub 3 is equal to 3 times 3 plus 1, that is equal to 4 all over 2. So a sub 3 is equal to 4 divided by 2, that is equal to 2, times 3, that is equal to 6. Last, we have let n is equal to 4. So a sub 4 is equal to 4 times 4 plus 1 all over 2. So we have a sub 4 is equal to 4 times 4 plus 1, that is equal to 5 all over 2. Then divide 4 divided by 2, that is equal to 2, times 5, that is equal to 10. We have a sub 4 is equal to 10. Therefore, the first 4 terms of the sequence are 1, 3, 6, and 10. Find the indicated term of each sequence given. So for number 5, a sub n is equal to the quantity of 1/2 raised to the power of n. And what is a sub 9? So for a sub 9, that is equal to the quantity of 1/2 raised to the power of 9. Since the value of our n is 9. So a sub 9 is equal to 1 raised to the power of 9 over 2 raised to the power of 9. And that is equal to 1 over 2 raised to the power of 9 is equal to 215. For number 6, we have a sub n is equal to the quantity of n plus 1 raised to the power of 2 all over n minus 9. And what is a sub 14? Meaning, the value of our n is equal to 14. So we have a sub 14 is equal to 14 plus 1, open and close, parentheses then, squared, all over 14 minus 9. And a sub 14 is equal to 14 plus 1, that is equal to 15, squared, all over 14 minus 9, that is equal to 5. Equals 15 squared, 225 over 5. And 225 divided by 5, that is equal to 45. Therefore, a sub 14 is equal to 45. For number 7, a sub n is equal to the quantity of -1 raised to the power of n plus 1 times the quantity of n minus 1 times the quantity of n plus 2 all over n. What is a sub 7? So for a sub 7 is equal to -1 raised to the power of 7 plus 1 times n is 7 minus 1 times 7 plus 2 all over n, or 7. A sub 7 is equal to -1, then 7 plus 1, that is equal to 8. 7 minus 6, 7 minus 1, 6. Then 7 plus 2 is 9 all over 7. A sub 7 is equal to -1 raised to the power of 8 rather, it is equal to 1. Then 6 times 9 is equal to 54 all over 7. So that is equal to 1 times 54, that is equal to 54 over 7. Therefore, the a sub 7 is equal to 54 over 7. Number 8, a sub n is equal to the quantity of n over 9 minus 12 raised to the power of n. And what is a sub 99? A sub 99 is equal to quantity of n is 99 divided by 9 minus 12 raised to the power of 99. Okay. So a sub 99 is equal to 99 divided by 9, that is equal to 11, minus 12 raised to the power of 99. And a sub 99 is equal to 11 minus 12, that is negative 1 raised to the power of 99. So a sub 99 is equal to the quantity of negative 1 raised to the power of 99, that is equal to negative 1, because the exponent is odd number. Write an expression for the nth term of the given sequence. Assume n starts at 1. For number 9, the sequence are 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So if you notice, the first term is 2. If our n starts at 1, so let n is equal to 1, then the first term is 2. Then if let n is equal to 2, then the second term is 4. So that is twice the number of your terms. So that is a sub n is equal to 2 times n. Because if n is equal to 1, so 1 times 2 is equal to 2. If your n is equal to 2, that is 2 times 2, 4. If n is 3, 3 times 2 is 6. If n is 4, 4 times 2 is equal to 8. If n is equal to 5, 5 times 2 is equal to 10. So therefore, the expression of the nth term of this given sequence is a sub n is equal to 2n. For number 10, 1, negative 1, 1, negative 1, 1, so on. So that is a sub n is equal to the quantity of 1 raised to the power of n plus 1. Number 11, the sequence are 3, 97, 81. So that is a sub n is equal to 3 raised to the power of n. Now let n is equal to 1, so 3 raised to the power of 1 is equal to 3. If n is 2, so that is 3 squared, and that is equal to 9. If n is 3, so 3 cubed, so that is equal to 7. Then for number 12, that is 1 over 2 times 1, 1 over 3 times 2, 1 over 4 times 3, 1 over 5 times 4, 1 over 6.5. So that is equal to a sub n is equal to 1 all over n plus 1 times n. If n is equal to 1, so this is 1 plus 1, 2 times 1. If n is 2, so that is 2 plus 1, so we have 3. Then 2. If n is 3, so 3 plus 1 is 4, then 3. So that's all.